I want to speak about this. I want to speak about Shaq. All right, you guys, Shaq has become the president of Reebok basketball. And they also appointed Allen Iverson as the vice president of Reebok basketball. We got to clap that up, all right? Black excellence, all right? It's called progression. Hold up. All right, so now it seems like Shaquille O'Neal signed his first endorsement deal as president of Reebok basketball. Now he signed this girl from LSU, which is what's her name? Angel Reese. All right, so Angel Reese. Let me just read this whole thing. LSU women's basketball star Angel Reese signed a name, image, and likeness deal with Reebok and will become the company's new brand ambassador at the Tigers. Get ready to defend their national title. The Tigers. All right. Now, Reebok made an announcement on Tuesday and simultaneously released a Reese collection of shoes and athletic wear. Now, you guys, once again, shout out to Angel Reese, first of all. All right. And once again, shout out to big up to Shaq on being the new president of Reebok basketball, and shout out to Allen Iverson on that vice president position. But let's speak about Angel Reese now. Now, you guys know Angel Reese, that's the LSU girl. This girl, we got to watch this girl. I think she's going to really revolutionize women's sports, especially in the basketball arena. She's getting a lot of offers that most women don't get. I think I see that she's very comfortable with being on camera. So shout out to her. I've never seen a woman that's a woman basketball player that moves with so much grace. And might you add, she's very pretty. We got to give it up to her. And she's comfortable with being feminine. So she's not your conventional woman basketball player or woman sports player, right? But let's just stick with basketball. Like I said, she's feminine. And basketball can be a rough sport, but she's still feminine. And she's a bit glamorous, right? I think she is pretty. I think most people say she's pretty. But nonetheless, she is revolutionizing women's basketball. I think she's going to have a lot more endorsement deals, right? And I think, like I said, she's going to kick down the door. There's going to be a lot of women that are going to follow in her footsteps, because I think a lot of women are under the misconception because they're playing a sport that's aggressive. Basketball is aggressive. There's a finesse to it, right? But it is slightly aggressive. You got to work out and do things of that nature. It's a competitive sport. But she's showing, what Angel Reese is showing you, that you still can be feminine playing basketball as a woman. So I got to salute her, man. Shout out to Angel Reese with her new Reebok deal provided through Shaquille O'Neal. Now, it seems like her and Shaq have developed some type of friendship, right? We got to big up to Shaq just for reaching out to her. Shout out to Shaq and all, man. Shaq is amazing what he does. Shaq is a person that he's not just a commodity. I think Shaq is one of the top endorsed athletes ever, right? But nonetheless, what he contributes to just the sports industry. Shaq brings a lot. Shaq does commercials. Shaq has his own marketing company, which he comes up with the commercials. So he's not just playing the role. He's actually the one who's designing the script for the commercial. So we got to give a shout out to Shaq. And once again, shout out to Angel Reese. She's kicking down a lot of doors, and she's changing a lot of stereotypes about women's basketball. And she's a first. She's a first. And hopefully she can more women will follow behind her. All right. And yeah, once again, shout out to Allen Iverson on that vice president position. All right. And I think I had a pair of Shaqs and I had a pair of Allen Iversons. I had them Shaqs, them Reebok black tops, right? I think Shaq endorsed those. And I used to have them Allen Iversons. So I'm a person that I'm an advocate of Reebok still. All right? And we used to wear our gangster Rees too. So shout out to Reebok. Hopefully they can bring Reebok back up to par and Reebok can compete with Nike once again, because Reebok has been missing in action. All right. Reebok has a lot of classics. You know, they still selling the Iversons. The Iversons are still selling. You can see on Joe Budden podcast with Ice Freeze. That's one of the co-hosts. The man be having every color pair of Allen Iversons out there. I didn't even know that they made that many color patterns of the Allen I's. You know what I mean? The AIs. But nonetheless, shout out to Reebok, man. Shout out to Reebok. They back in the game. That part. You guys do me a favor. As soon as you come in the building, hit that like button, all right? Once again, I'm the Incomparable, the author invitated but cannot be duplicated, the one they took their style from, the elected, the appointed, voice of the streets. This is the Don't Shoot the Messenger podcast. Welcome to episode number 57. That part. This is powered by L.O.T.S approved media. Like I always say, don't be a ninja watcher. That's a person that be creeping and watching. Don't be no pocket watcher. That's just a hater. And you definitely don't want to be one of these. Ladies and gentlemen, if you confuse why I'm looking back and forth, that's a peeping Tom. And if you don't know what a peeping Tom is, and if you are a peeping Tom, try to not go to jail because you don't want to see what they do to peeping Toms in jail. All right. So hit that like button. Once again, we call this wiping funeral rug. Hit the like button. That's the thumbs up. All right. Just don't walk your ass inside the house of the L.O.T.S approved. Wipe your feet. You got bacteria and mud and dirt on your feet, right? So show your respects in the house of L.O.T.S approved and hit that like button. Now, shout out to Juan. Let me read this comment section. Ace Hood